Saskatchewan, and welcome to the SS Switchback, a ship not unlike the Titanic, but we're going to stay afloat as long as we can. There are billions and billions of people packed in here for show number 116. Almost forgot what number it is. That's why we have this here. 116. Great show. In fact, we got some special guests in here. The Christ the King Brownie Pack. They're Brownie Pack number 27. Looks to me like there's about 27. Give us a wave there, folks. There they are. They're happy to be here. They make absolutely no noise, but they wave, and they wave very, very well. Now, we have an action-packed show today. We have too many people in our studio, but they're our friends, so we're going to let them stay, and we've even got food for them. They just don't know that yet. So before we get on with all of this action, let's take a quick look at 3 of our video highlights on this morning's Switchback.
You might think that it's much too soon for us to go this far.
A former foreigner who's right at home with Midnight Blue. The latest from Bryan Adams is warming up all right in the heat of the night. And a potential candidate for next year's Switchback makeover, Simply Red gives us the right thing. As usual, on Switchback today, we have literally something for everyone. Now, something like 500 athletes have gathered in Regina this weekend for Gymnastrata. It's gymnastics rhythmically. Rhythmic gymnastics. It's one of the fastest growing sports around. We've got all kinds of rhythmic gymnasts, those people here today, and they brought their parents and their neighbors and anybody they know, and they're packed in here. There's a whole bunch of them, and it's a special treat for you folks at home. As part of our exclusive Switchback coverage, we're going to be covering rhythmic gymnastics on our exclusive Switchback Gymnasticam. And this is what it's going to look like.
Lights. Oh, that's okay. Can you see them?
The exclusive Switchback Gymnasticam. Also on today's program, we have 4 provincial winners from Saskatchewan Drama Festivals. They'll be here to talk about high school drama and the festival right here in Regina. And as well, as you can see by my shirt, now that the ice is off the lakes, it's time for sailing, sailing. So get a can of spinach ready, because Popeye and the Pirates are here. Actually, 2 guys, David Leahy and Richard Perry, are going to be here to talk a little bit about sailing. And as an exclusive feature on Switchback this morning, you're not going to believe this. We have a special sail cam mounted in our studio, and it looks just like this.
There it is. There it is. There's the sail cam. There's the sail cam. Oh, it's good.
So as you can see, we have extra cameras here in our studio today. Also, 4 Girl Guide, or related to Girl Guide type people, are here to talk about upcoming cookie sales. Cookie sales now running rampant across our country, so when someone comes to your door with cookies, buy some. Also, Switchback jokes this morning. Also, 2 contests. We have a special Gowan contest. You have a chance to go see a Gowan in concert, so you don't want to miss that one. What else? Holy mackerel, I'm running... Pardon me? Oh, yeah, information on Run for Light. I'm the honorary chairman of Run for Light this year, so you'll want to get some information on that later on. But I think I should catch my breath, and we'll get to the first video of the morning, which is going to be, well, would you say average? Actually, this first video reminds me of a story. Where did it go? I have a story. There was a story. Last week, we got this license plate. We just put... No, I'll tell you the story about the license plate later. About 3 months later. It's a really long story. We're going to do it a long time away from now. Anyway, a guy who used to be with the group Foreigner and still sounds like Foreigner. This is Lou Gramm and Midnight Blue. Welcome back, Saskatchewan, to Switchback number 116. It says right here, keeping track myself. This is a very special week all across, I think, the world, but certainly in Saskatchewan, because young girl guys will be coming to your door going, or whatever they do, and they'll go, yeah, come on out here and buy cookies. Because our cookies, like, we take the money and we do good things in the community, and I get a badge if I sell the most, or something like that. Instant, you know, they haven't sold Girl Guide cookies in Regina for 27 years or 20, and I'm starving. Like, it's been a long time since I had Girl Guide cookies. So we asked some of our friendly Girl Guides to come along and join us this morning, and I'll tell you who they are. First of all, sitting right beside me is a ranger. Do you know Yogi Bear personally? No. Rhonda DeYoung, who is a ranger, which is, I think, one of the oldest age groups involved with the Girl Guide program. And then sitting over here on the couch, we have one of the youngest groups. That is a brownie, Stacy Beck. Hello, Stacy. Sitting beside Stacy, we have Susanna Folk. And beside Susanna, we have Corinne Pepler. And they're all holding little blue boxes of things there. Maybe you can do the ceremonial giving me of the cookie. Rhonda will get you to do that sort of, you know, on behalf of all the Girl Guides. Well, you practiced. You know.
Okay. On behalf of all the Girl Guides, here's a box of Girl Guide cookies. There is chocolate and vanilla.
Ooh, look at those. Very nice cookies. These would be the chocolate ones, and these would be the vanilla ones right here. Aren't these great? You don't mind if I eat a couple of these?
No, they're really good.
Okay. Maybe I want to ask Stacy a question here. Being a brownie, you're like one of the youngest and the smallest people. What's the most fun about being a brownie? I'm just going to eat some cookies.
You get to play a lot.
And what do you have to do to win the badges and things?
You have to work for them, and they tell you what to do in your book.
Okay. Susanna, maybe I can ask you then. Do you have to be a certain age, like to move up to be a guide, as opposed to a brownie, or how do you become a guide?
Well, you go in brownies, there's 3 years of brownies, and then you go into guides at the age of 9 for 3 years, or you can quit in between. And it's the same.
So you're having fun too?
Yeah.
Corinne, let me ask you, when you go out to sell these cookies, you probably have never sold cookies before, have you?
Yeah.
Well, you did sell them? Where did you sell them?
In Edmonton.
Oh, it come from Edmonton. How much for a box of these?
$2.
Cool work. Is that a lot of money?
No, not at all.
That's a reasonable price?
Yeah, it's really reasonable. You can buy a chocolate bar for $2 at your door, so you get 22 cookies for $2. That's quite a good deal.
There's 22 cookies in here? Not anymore. There's some chocolate ones, and there's some vanilla ones. There's not as many as used to be. Anyway, I want to thank you people for coming in and sharing, time with us here on Switchback. Keep in mind, if people come to your door in little uniforms selling cookies, there's good potential that they're going to be Girl Guides. So help them out. Buy some cookies. $2 a box. You get 22 cookies. That's 11 chocolate, 11 vanilla. It's a deal you can't beat. And the most important thing is you're going to help young women all over Saskatchewan with their endeavors and their careers as brownies, pathfinders, guides, and rangers. Ladies, thanks very much for joining us. You guys can hang out here for just a second. Very quickly now, Saskatchewan, we're going to launch into a... You know, my dentist told me there'd be days like this.
Were they good at least?
We're very quickly going to launch into a contest called Famous Faces. Now watch very closely, Saskatchewan, because we're going to show you a face, and if you know who it is, you could win a valuable prize. Watch this. Do you know this famous face? Well, if you do, give us a phone call right now. The first person who can correctly identify the owner of this face wins a Switchback mug. Give us a call right now. Operators are standing by. Or have we got chairs for them now? I don't know. I think our operators are sitting, but whatever, give them a call. It's a time in the program now, Saskatchewan, where, well, I'm afraid it's what we call apology time. See, last week, we had a sheep in here, and I did some sheep shearing, and well, some people were concerned that I really didn't know what I was doing with the sheep, and that perhaps I was injuring the sheep when I did it. I'm sorry if you got the impression I was doing something harmful to the sheep. I really wasn't. I was very careful. I didn't actually cut the sheep at all. I did get pretty close one time, and the brand showed through. But believe me, there were no injuries at all, and there was an expert with me at all times. I'm also sorry because we promised Regina Pats would be on our show. Dennis Sobchuk, Ed Stanowski, Greg Jolly, and Clark Gillies, but, well, they slept in. Again, I'm truly sorry. We didn't have a contest last week either. The contest was related to the Pats. They slept in. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for any mistakes that I've ever made, and these things happen. At the end of the show, I got a license plate that said, Bill Wright Toyota from Bakersfield. I'm sorry. I don't know what that had to do with anything, but sometimes that happens. So in this, what we call our apology segment, I'm truly sorry. But I'm not sorry to report that all you people that sent in the Rick Hansen posters and won a piece of this desk, most of you have now received a piece of the desk. We still have a couple of pieces upstairs in our office. We'll get those out right away. But we got a letter back today from the Man in Motion headquarters in British Columbia, and they said thank you very much to everyone in Saskatchewan who sent posters. Now, unfortunately, they can't send a thank you letter to all the thousands of people who wrote in. So they sent one letter to us, and they asked us to pass it along. So that's what I'm doing again. Thanks for those wonderful Rick Hansen posters. Now, I mentioned this is our Rhythmic Gymnastics Sailing Girl Guide Drama Special. And I think we should start that off, you know, following a healthy breakfast of 3 chocolate cookies with a chat with Heather Mazurek, who is representing Rhythmic Gymnastics. Heather, good morning and welcome to Switchback.
Good morning.
Now, we've got an action-packed show today, which is going to involve a lot of rhythmic gymnastics, but for a lot of people who may not be familiar with rhythmic gymnastics or its background or history, maybe you could tell us a little bit about where this sport came from.
The sport developed in Europe in the 1800s. It is still fairly new in North America, getting the cookie out. But it's been growing in popularity a great deal lately, mainly thanks to a gal from Canada named Laurie Fung, and she was the gold medalist in the last Olympic Games.
Now, is Canada traditionally good internationally, or was she sort of an exception?
She was an exception to the rule. It is a European sport, and the strength is in the Eastern European countries.
Now, who would this sport appeal to? Is this a team sport, an individual sport?
It's both. There's team competition. The first thing that you're going to see is a team competition, and there's also individual competitions as well. Our Gymnastrata that we held last night is not a competition, it's a demonstration. So there's that side of rhythmic gymnastics as well.
Okay, tell us a little bit about Gymnastrata. Now, there was hundreds of people from all over the province here. What sorts of things happened?
There were hundreds here. We had 500 gymnasts, and they brought lots of friends and family with them. And Gymnastrata, it's an annual gathering where all the rhythmic gymnasts in the province can come down and join together in a festival of rhythmic gymnastics. And we performed 2 mass routines, which were terribly exciting. There was 260 girls in one, and the other one had about 200 girls. And just to see that amount of people on the floor at one time is really encouraging.
It sort of reminds me of the World Federation Wrestling. I think the last time I saw 260 people on the floor at one time.
Gee, I never thought of that comparison.
Well, and now this is it's a very sort of graceful thing, but it's
Yes,
very
it is.
athletic. It's not. It's sort of dance, yet it's.
Well, this isn't exactly the problem. There's trouble distinguishing whether it's an art form or a sport. Well, it is definitely a sport, but it also is an art form as well.
Okay. Now we're going to see various demonstrations today. We've got different groups doing different things. Maybe just very quickly you can tell us the different types of, is it apparatus or what do you call it?
That's right. In competition, they use 5 types of apparatus. They use a ball, a hoop, rope, clubs, and a ribbon. And what we'll see today is the team doing the ball routine, and then we'll see the other types of apparatus later on. When you get to a Gymnastrata, you can virtually use any type of apparatus. We use a lot of scarves and flags, which we'll also see today. They've used teddy bears and all types of things to take in, or you don't even have to use any apparatus at all. That's called free.
Okay, I wonder if they've done any maybe work with a chicken. It could be something.
A chicken, that's
260
chickens.
Chicken twirlers. It could be meaningful. Well, just before we see the demonstration, Heather, on behalf of the Girl Guides of Canada, I'd like to present you with I'll give you a full box.
Oh,
a new box
goodness.
of Girl Guide cookies. I don't know if you know this or not. There's 22 cookies in here. 11 vanilla and 11 chocolate.
I have a brownie and a guy that are going to be selling these this afternoon.
Get your own.
I shouldn't have said that.
I'm a single guy. I need what I can. But it's the thought that counts. Heather, maybe you can introduce for us the first group of people here, where they're from and what they're going to be doing.
Sure will. We've got from the Esterhazy Rhythmic Gymnastics Club 6 of our competitive gymnasts. These are the first year that we've had a competitive team in Saskatchewan, and we're just so excited to have so. These girls performed in the Canada Winter Games, and I shouldn't say performed, they competed in the Canada Winter Games in February in Nova Scotia, and they did extremely well. We were very, very proud of them. Their next thing is the junior qualifying meet coming up in Toronto, and then on to the Nationals in Vancouver and the Western Canada Summer Games in August. So they're in the middle of a very busy season right now.
Right.
And they'll be doing a ball routine.
Okay, here's a ball routine, and watch for our live Gymnasticam. Heather, what can you tell us about that group, background information?
They're coached by Marta Krupa, who is the founder and the pioneer of rhythmic gymnastics in our province. Without her, the sport wouldn't have been in the province. These girls are 11 and 12 years old, so they're very, very young. They had to accommodate themselves quite a bit in the studio. They're used to a 30-foot ceiling, so when they throw the balls, they really throw the balls. So they've had to readjust their movements quite a bit for the show.
Right, everybody's sort of crammed in here this morning.
That's right. They're also used to quite a bit of area.
Yeah, so we're sorry there's not as much room as they would like.
It's okay. We're just very thankful to be on.
Well, and they get cookies. Here, I'm sorry. I
do
meant to
they?
get. You can keep them.
Well, I'll
You
share
can
that
really
with the
have those.
gymnasts.
Yeah, there's 360 of them, so what? They'll get
They'll get a crumb.
4 crumbs each. All right, thanks, Heather. We got some more rhythmic gymnastics coming up later on, and also we have sailing, which you don't want to miss. Also, high school drama winners from all over the province. Some more jokes and 2 great contests this week, so you'll want to get a paper and pen ready during this commercial break because the contests are going to happen very quickly, and the prizes are, well, significant. Yeah, they're very significant. And we've also got Brian Adams and Simply Red and lots more Switchback when we come back in 2 minutes. Welcome back, Saskatchewan. Here with 3 of our province's top rhythmic gymnastics is Bill Wright. Thank you very much, Bill. We're going to chat a little bit with these young ladies about what it is that they do. Now, there are different pieces of equipment used in rhythmic gymnastics, and we're going to get a little bit of a demonstration on at least 3 of them. But first of all, let's find out who you are and where you're from.
Jessica Dean, I'm from Prince Albert.
Okay, and what's your name?
Carmen Street from Prince Albert.
Amber Hooten from Prince Albert.
Okay, they're from all over the province. Coincidentally, they all live in Prince Albert. Maybe I'll start with you. I'm going to ask you ladies just step back for a second there. These are called clubs?
Clubs.
Clubs, yeah, they look like clubs. And in 10 or 15 seconds, give me a little bit of an idea of the types of things you would do with clubs.
Okay. Can drop them.
Okay, very well done. You mentioned you can drop them, but you can also catch them again.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, you can.
Okay, very well done. Next up, let's bring in a rope, maybe. We'll have a rope. What was your name again?
Carmen Street.
Okay, Carmen. What sorts of things? Is sort of a skipping type of motion? Or?
Yeah, you can skip, but there's a lot of other type of moves you can do. Throw, you can roll, and there's lots of things you can do.
And the quick, the hog tie. The wind. Okay, do a thing there with your big string. Yay, did anybody hear that at home? Did they hear? Spin that thing around. Just go really quickly over your head. That's the sound I make on the golf course. Anyway, thank you very much. Okay, next up we have probably the world's biggest yet thin donut here, a basic hoop. What's your name?
Amber Hooten.
Okay, Amber, what sorts of things? This is like what goes around comes around, or?
Well, you can do lots of stuff with it, like throw it.
Do you do that thing where you throw it out and you spin it and then it comes back to you? Well, maybe I can get you to do one of those a little bit there. But just show us what you can do with your hoop. Go ahead.
Oh.
And here it comes right back again. Wow. That's an amazing thing. Maybe I'll get you to hold that for me there, Amber. Okay, we got lots more rhythm gymnastics coming up a little bit later on, but right now we're going to get to one of Canada's hottest rock and roll stars, Brian Adams, in the heat of the night. Saskatchewan, time for some more jokes. Some really good jokes and some not-so-good jokes, but the kind of jokes that you people send in, and we want to be representative of the type of humor that lives here in Saskatchewan. Now, 5 jokes today. The last person will win our best jest of the day and win a Switchback t-shirt. Time now to take a look and listen to our very first joke of the morning. This joke was sent in by Candy Weber, or Weber, Candy, anyway, who lives in Young, Saskatchewan. Here's the joke. How many idiots does it take to make chocolate chip cookies? 100. 1 to mix the batter and 99 to peel the Smarties. Joke number 2. They liked it. Joke number 2 comes from Lisa Stuckel, who lives up in Lake Lenore, or down in Lake Lenore. Over there in Lake Lenore. I'm not sure where that is. Here's the joke. Little 4-year-old neighbor asks his mother, "Why does the grass get wet?" And the mother simply replied, "Do." And the boy said, "Okay, then why do the grass get wet?" Joke number 3. Joke number 3 comes from Tammy Schmidt, who lives in Smiley, Saskatchewan. What a great place to send jokes from. Here's the joke. Why do cows wear cowbells? Because their horns don't work. Okay, lighten up, lighten up. They're now arming themselves to throw things. Our 4th joke of the morning comes from Cindy Grimmard, or Grimmard. Cindy, who lives in Prudhomme, Saskatchewan. And here it is. As the old farmer lay dying, his wife of many years was sitting close by his bed. He opened his eyes and he saw her. "There you are, Agnes, still at my side." "Yes, dear," she said. "You know, looking back," the old farmer said, "I remember all the times you were at my side. You were there when I had to go off and fight in the war and get shot. You were with me when our first house burned to the ground. When I had that accident that destroyed the truck, you were there. And you were at my side when the farm went bankrupt and I lost everything I had." "Yes, dear," the wife said. The old man looked up and he says, "I'll tell you, Agnes, you've been a real jinx." Joke number 5. Oh, that's not a bad one, but I'm sure you're going to love joke number 5. And the winner of our t-shirt today is Jackie Plamondon, who will win this t-shirt. It's a lovely Switchback t-shirt. There it is, delightfully modeled by somebody. There it is, a really nice t-shirt. We're going to send that out to you, Jackie Plamondon, Jackie, who lives in Watrous, Saskatchewan. Here is the joke. If you are a Canadian in the kitchen, what are you in the bathroom? European. That's the winner of our Best Jest Joke of the Morning, who will win this delightful Switchback t-shirt. And there it is. What a wonderful Switchback t-shirt. If you folks out there have some more jokes, we'd certainly like to hear from them, but I'll warn you right now, do not send in a joke that says, what nationality are you when you're running into the bathroom? You're Russian. Yeah. And what are you when you're done? Finnish. Yeah, we got an echo chamber in here. It's working out well. If you have some jokes, please send them to us. Here is our Switchback address. Switchback jokes. Care of Switchback, 2440 Broad Street in Regina. And the postal code, everybody knows it, S4P4A1. That's delightful. Time now to talk about a brand new contest here on Switchback, the first of 2 contests on today's show. So hopefully you have a pen and paper ready, and hopefully you are a fan of Gowan, one of Canada's top performers. He's going to be in our province approximately 1 week from now. In fact, he's going to be in Regina on the 18th, in Saskatoon on the 19th. And we have a contest which allows you the opportunity to win 2 tickets to see Gowan in concert in either Regina or Saskatoon. That's your choice. Plus 2 tour sweatshirts, plus 2 Gowan albums, and some other prizes which we haven't figured out yet. But it's a great contest, and here's what you have to do. We're going to play a little 1-minute piece of Gowan videos, and you have to tell me the name of 3 Gowan songs. Are you ready? Watch very closely. I'll only give you 2 chances on today's show to figure these out. Watch closely. Name these 3 Gowan songs.
I don't regret a single action. I do the same again. These prison walls secure me, and I'm numb to pain. Watching your moves, they look so radical. Hearing your words, they sound fanatical. she'll never leave you wanting.
Write down the name of those 3 songs, include your name, your address, your phone number, and tell me whether you'd like to see Gowan in concert up in Regina or up in Saskatoon. Those are your choices. Write that information down and send it to us. There's our address, the Gowan Contest, care of CBC Television, 2440 Broad Street in Regina, S4P4A1. Please write Gowan Contest on the outside of your envelope. That way we'll know what's on the inside of your envelope, unless, of course, you're teasing us. I'll give you one more chance a little bit later on to take a look at those 3 videos and name those 3 songs. We would like to thank 65 CKOM up in Saskatoon and Z99, the Heart of Rock and Roll in Regina, for helping us with this Gowan promotion. We'll have the winners on next week's show. It's going to be delightful. We're going to get going now to Sailing, Sailing, Sailing. So grab a can of spinach. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Feel the man, I'm strong to the finish, 'cause I eats me spinach.
Welcome back, Saskatchewan. Time now to change the tempo entirely into sailing. Now that I keep saying now that the ice is off the lakes, it's like we live in the North Pole. It's not really that bad. But if you're like me, you probably go by the lake all the time and see these people out there sailing around and wonder, these nuts are out there sailing all the time. So we thought it'd be a good idea to meet them up close and personal and find out just exactly what kind of person would sail here in Saskatchewan, where, of course, the maritime tradition is so strong. So joining me in the studio here is David Leahy. How are you this morning, Dave?
Fine.
Good. And we also have Richard Perry over here.
How you doing, Bill?
I'm fine, thank you.
Smoke and mirrors.
Yes, you have your own thing. You have a boat here. Maybe, Richard, I can get you to tell us what kind of a sailboat is this, other than kind of small?
Yeah, it is. It's one of the smaller sailboats. It's called a Laser 1, and it's extremely popular. I think more than 100,000 of these have been built over the years. It's a Canadian boat, designed and built by Canadians, and it's extremely popular. You can get youngsters in here, 8, 10-year-olds, right up to almost grown-up people like myself.
Now, it's a fairly small, is that called the cockpit? Or
Yeah, that's the cockpit, and ideally this is a one-person boat. You can get 2 people in here. You often see 2 smaller, pardon me, 2 smaller people in here, but ideally it's a one-person boat.
Okay, I'll get you 2 guys to hoist the thing or rig up the Doomajani or
Okay.
whatever. What?
We've done most of the work now, but David's going to connect the boom to the mast.
Okay, the boom is going on to the mast, and Richard's got the other end of the boom, and I'm going to remind you folks at home, if you have a question for Richard and David, give us a call right now. If it's a question about sailing, they'll do their best to answer it. And if it's a question about, well, maybe the stock market or something, I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll do our best to fake the answer, whatever the outcome. Now, is there a different size of sail for different kinds of boats?
The Laser 2, which is similar to this, you can go a lot faster because you can put 3 sails up. A mainsail, which this is called, a jib, and that's a handy little window. If you're sitting on the right side of the boat and somebody's speeding by you on the left side, you want to be able to see them.
So it literally is a window to see through.
That's right, yeah. Okay.
Now, you have to know how to tie all different kinds of knots and use ropes and pulleys and all types of things. Does it take a while to learn that, or is it just practice?
Not really, yeah. The more you practice it, the more you get onto it. And I find you can get a couple of books at the library, and that's just about good. You learn a couple of knots.
One of the best aspects about sailing is you can do all this work hidden from view entirely. You can hide behind a sail and no one will know. David, let me ask you a couple of questions. How did you first get interested in sailing? Maybe I'll get you to come and stand around here, Dave, because nobody can see us hiding behind here. How did you first get interested?
I got interested in Toronto by my uncle. He has a yacht in Toronto, and he got me into it when I was about 9.
So how old are you now?
16.
So you've been going for about 7 years. Is this the type of boat that you sail as well?
Yeah, I have one of those at home.
Now, what would be the next size up? If this is sort of a one-person boat, what's the next size up?
You could move up to the Laser 2, and you'll have 2 people sailing out with a crew, and there's 3 sails with it.
How about, what's a tumbleweed? Is that bigger or smaller?
That's a lot smaller.
Oh, a tumbleweed is even smaller than this.
Well, half the size of that, I'd say.
But it zooms right along.
Sure.
Pretty good speed. Okay, we'll grab a phone call here and see who is out there. Good morning, welcome to Switchback.
Hi, my name is... I'd like to ask how much one of those boats cost.
How much does one of these boats cost?
Well, I guess I should come out from behind the sail. If you were to buy one of these boats new, these would be about $2,600 to $2,700. But you can get them used. Hi, do you want to come up in the cockpit?
Come on up here in the boat here, man. It's one thing that often happens. You know, get yourself a snazzy boat. The neighbors are right over. There you go. No problem. You can meet friends.
Yeah, this is my little guy, Matthew. He's 3.5, and he's really into sailing.
Hi, Matthew. How are you? Okay, he's into sailing, not into a career in television. Thanks a lot for the phone call.
Goodbye.
All right, bye-bye. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
Yeah. Hi, Bill.
How you doing?
I was just wondering, do they sail as a sport, or do they just for fun?
Maybe I'll start with you, Dave.
I started off for fun, but then I started racing, so it's competitive now for me.
And that's, is that a regatta? Is that what they refer to that as? Now, I have a question. Can different boats race against other boats? Like, do all lasers race lasers, or can bigger boats race smaller boats, and is there a way to figure that out?
Usually there's one design, and the laser's a one design that's just all lasers sail. But they also have a handicap rule, where different boats are given handicaps compared to other boats.
So because some will have an advantage just by the way they're built, they have to start a little later, or time is added on, things like that. Richard, you're involved with a regatta, I think, coming up in a little while.
That's right, yeah. 2 weekends from this weekend, it's the annual Wascana Regatta. It's the first of the year, and that's Saturday the 17th and the 18th, and it's open, which means people with boats of all different sizes can take part. And as you talked about, there's a handicap involved. I think if there are 4 or 5 boats of a similar design, like 4 or 5 lasers, they'll all race together in one separate race. Actually, 5 races over the weekend, I think, 5 or 6 races.
Okay, so even if you're not involved with actually sailing, just come on down to the lake and and watch.
Yeah, it's good entertainment. Some people have always said that it's not that exciting when you watch sailing on its own. It's a lot more fun to be out on the water. So if you're really into it, I suggest that maybe people, get a boat somewhere and learn to sail.
Or at least get out there in the water. Somehow. Dog paddle out there or something like that. Here, we'll grab another call here. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
My name's Ronnie Larmano. I'd like to know what the sails are made out of.
The sail on this type of boat, I think it's called a dacron, which is a very thin and flexible material. In the old days, they used to have cotton, and the problem with that is that it became very heavy when wet, and hoisting sails on big boats, it became very tiresome. So nowadays you find this dacron material. It's extremely popular, and the water almost sheds off it as soon as it makes contact with the boat. So it's ideal for small boat sailing, day sailing.
Thanks for calling, Ronnie.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
About how long are these boats?
This boat is just over 13 feet long. You don't find them very much smaller, although you do. Tumbleweeds and a few other boats around 12 feet long, and of course you can get a homemade boat, which could end up being even smaller. But this particular boat is, I think, 13 feet 10.5 inches, to be exact.
You don't know the metric equivalent of that?
No, don't.
Okay, well, I remember the very first boat. I made my own first boat. It was one of those little chiclet boxes, covered with tinfoil, and we raced it down, in the spring in the runoff and stuff. The champion of the 7-block Horse, just zooming along. We have some pictures, actually, taken last summer out on Wascana Lake, people cruising along in the lake, and Richard, you'll see all kinds of boats here in the lake. Maybe you can tell us what sorts of things are going on.
Okay, this was the open regatta. It's the same regatta that's coming up. There's a Laser 1 just passing by. That's like the boat we have in here. This is a Laser 2, which is almost identical, except it's about a foot longer. I think it weighs 30 pounds more. And you see right now he has 2 sails up. And here's another Laser 2 passing in front of us and turning through the wind, changing course. And these fellows are dressed very well. It looks like they plan on getting wet.
No, I got the typical question. A sailboat acts because the wind blows the sails and makes it go. Now, if the wind is blowing in one particular direction, and that's the direction you're going, I can see that it pushes you along. But how do you go back the other way? How do you sail into the wind?
Okay, you cannot sail directly into the wind. About the closest, if the wind is coming directly at the bow of the boat, you can sail within about 45 degrees. And to get to a windward mark, as they say in racing, if something is upwind from you, you have to literally zigzag. And it's called tacking. So you zigzag in this direction, and then you turn and go this way and this way. Now, it takes you a lot longer to get where you want to go, but in a sailboat, that's the only way you can get there.
Okay, now I was watching the America's Cup. I stayed up all night to watch these guys go endlessly. But sometimes they'd have more sails, sometimes less sails. Like if there's a lot of wind, does that mean you want a lot of sails up, or?
It depends on the kind of boat. If you're in danger of being overpowered, then you want to reduce sail. Otherwise, you're going to be blown over. In a boat like this, for example, if it's extremely windy, it's a very sensitive boat, you're going to end up in the drink. unless you reduce sail. And to do that, all you do is you twist the sail around the mast. And we can't show you today because the sail is literally right up into the rafters of the studio. But if you present less sail to the wind, then you're not in danger of being overpowered. But if there's light wind, you'll often see those large balloon-like spinnakers.
Okay. I wondered what a spinnaker
Now you know what
was.
it is, on the front of the boat. And if you're running downwind, then that helps give you added lift.
Okay. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
Is your boat that you have on the show, is it widely used in Saskatchewan?
I think it's very popular because we do have a lot of lakes, and it's relatively inexpensive as boats go, and that's why they're fairly popular. Out on Lake Diefenbaker, you'll see something that we would call a yacht. This is a boat, it's a dinghy, it's a racing dinghy. I wouldn't dare call this a yacht, but you see 25, 30-foot yachts out in the deeper lakes, like Lake Diefenbaker.
I know the difference. There's a difference between a ship and a boat. I just learned this. A ship has boats on it. Like if it's big enough to have lifeboats on it, that makes it a ship.
Sure.
Did you buy that?
Yeah. Oh, sure, yeah.
Thanks a lot for calling. Bye-bye. Okay, we'll find out how much you folks know about this nautical nonsense right now with our second Switchback contest of the day. We want you folks to draw us a picture of a sailboat and then give us information. We need to know this information. Draw a picture of a sailboat and identify these terms used in sailing. The bow, the stern, port, and starboard. They have to do with directions or sides of the boat. I know that much. Except for the bow. That's what you do graciously when you enter a room in Japan, I think it is. Anyway, draw a picture of a sailboat and identify those terms, please, and then send them to us. Switchback's Sailing Contest, care of CBC Television, 2440 Broad Street in Regina, and the postal code, we all know it, S4P 4A1. We all know it, but we're not necessarily all saying it.
We just had a man overboard.
Yes, a young man just went overboard just now. Thanks very much, David and Richard, for being in here. I'm going to jump in with Matthew and sail away for a couple of minutes, and we'll be back with some more Switchback. Can you hold that? Thank you.
Oh, I'm hot by the sea.
If you can identify this famous face, give us a phone call right now. The first person to identify this famous face will win a Switchback mug. Give us a call right now. A good-looking critter, this guy here, too. Welcome back, Saskatchewan, to our sailing dramatic Switchback with rhythmic gymnastics and girl guides and a couple of gallant contests and videos and commercial breaks and things. We have some special guests here from all over the province, quite literally. These people were regional winners from their high schools with respect to drama. They've been in Regina, I guess, for a couple of days with the Saskatchewan Drama Festival, I guess it's called, something like that. And sitting beside me here is Allison Eichhorn, who comes from Maple Creek. Good morning, Allison. Welcome to Switchback. Sitting over here on the couch, we have three other winners. Dallas Devine from Porcupine Plain. Beside Dallas, we have Sandy Callbeck from Turtleford. And then we have Jason Wellish, who is from Regina. So to all of you, good morning. Welcome to Switchback. And before we go any further, Girl Guide cookies. You know, it's that time again. There you go. We got Girl Guide cookies for everybody today. Here you go, a couple of cookies for you. There's 22 cookies inside here. There's 11 vanilla and 11 chocolate. Except for this box over here where there's only about 9 left. Because I've already been eating some of them. Allison, maybe I'll start with you. First of all, tell us a little bit about the festival activities. You've been here for a couple of days now. What's been going on?
Each afternoon and each evening they have plays put on for competition, and in the mornings they have workshops going on for technical people and different aspects of acting and stuff.
Technical people, you mean so people that might work the lights or work sound systems, they also can become more proficient in putting on productions at their schools?
Yeah.
Any idea how many people have been here?
No, I'm not sure. 250.
Okay, so there's been many of them. Dallas, maybe I'll ask you the next question. First of all, with the name Dallas Devine, our viewers want to know if Uncle Grant had anything to do at all with you winning. No, just kidding. Are you related at all to the Premier?
I don't know. Back in our ancestry, maybe, but...
Yeah, a long time ago.
A long time ago.
Now, why, I guess, are you here, Dallas? I want to know, you're a regional winner, but what did you do to win the right, if you will, to come here?
Well, acted one of the plays at the regionals, and then they selected me out of all the plays as the best actor.
Okay, tell us a little bit about that. What was the name of the play and what was the character you played?
Okay, it was called The End of the Beginning, and I played a character called Derry Barrow, and he was a obstinate, old, fat Irishman.
An obstinate, old, fat Irishman. You know, there's been a lot of award winners that have played the old fat Irishman, obnoxious type people. Now, was there you come from Porcupine Plain, so there would be people from that region, other people in other high schools that you had to compete against?
Yeah, there was a total of about 11 plays that we competed against.
So who chose you, if you will?
A man by the name of Henry Wolf. He's the adjudicator for our region.
Okay. Sandy, let me ask you a question. You've been here. When did you folks first get here? Been here for a couple days? Oh, okay, on Wednesday. So from Wednesday to Sunday, in those 5 days, what has been the pivotal thing that you're going to take back to Turtleford and tell everybody, well, I was in Regina at the festival, this was the thing? I'm not talking about the nightclubs, I'm just talking about what happened at the Drama Festival.
Well, I really learned a lot from our director. I picked my piece during the Easter holidays that I wanted to perform, and I came here with an idea of how I wanted to do it. And he more or less changed it around a little bit, and he really brought out the best in the character.
Okay, so maybe I'll get to you next, Jason. Then I'm curious to know if any of you people are considering this as a career potential. It's not the kind of thing a lot of people think about in Saskatchewan, maybe, you know, that you can grow up and have a future in television or the movies or, you know, the arts, performing arts of many description. How about you, Jason? Have you considered this as maybe something you want to do?
Yeah, I've considered it, but I'm not sure. I guess I'll just have to wait and see, really.
What grade are you in now?
12.
And what are you planning to do in the future right away now?
I'm going to go to the University of Regina for a few years, and after that, I might go into advertising. But right now, I'm not sure if I want to go into something that's directly to do with acting. I'd still be involved with seeing things and that kind of thing, but it's a pretty hard area to pursue.
I think it's pretty tough to start out. Interesting.
Money-wise.
Although, you know, I would think acting, you know, with advertising, probably come up real handy.
Yeah.
Probably convince all those consumers of a lot of things. Let me ask you again, Allison. Improv is something that I guess people hear about more and more now. Comedians get up and just improv things and just wing it. Have you ever had an opportunity to get up in front of people and do something without rehearsal and just perform?
Well, in different workshops and stuff like that, that's some of the things that they do is you just have to get up and start a scene. Like, they'll give you one sentence, and then someone else will come in from the group, and we just do exercises like that, but that's all I've done.
Okay, I want to put this to a test here, I guess. I want to find out, we're gonna do a little bit of improv this morning, so hang in there with me, okay? We'll role play here for a little bit. Dallas, I'm going to give you this particular assignment. Let's say, you're going to be a TV host. Yeah, that's it. You can be a TV host of, let's say, a show Sunday mornings, a live show Sunday mornings. Which one should we pick? Let's pick Switchback. You're the new host of Switchback. You have 5 seconds. The camera's going to be on you. Introduce the show and all the guests here today and what we're going to be talking about. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Improv. Here's Dallas Devine.
Okay, this is the show Switchback on Sunday. It's live, I guess. That's Allison. I'm Dallas. This is Sandy, and that's Jason.
Oh, good.
Oh, and this is the drama. Drama people. This is a chicken. That's a horn. And these are the Girl Guide cookies.
What kind are they?
Oh, what kind? These are chocolate and vanilla.
Oh.
And this is your Switchback mug with orange juice in it. That's about.
Well, as you can see, props are a big part of television. Thanks, Dallas. I think you've done. What do you guys think? A new host, prospective new host? They've hurt my feelings. Emergency host procedure. I'm pouting now. I'm going to go away, and I won't do the show anymore. Is the festival all over now? Is that it? Mm-hmm. So what got you people to wake up so early to come down here and talk?
Alarm clock. They told us we got Girl Guide cookies.
You got Girl Guide cookies. Well, you did. You all get a bag of Girl Guide cookies, and hope wherever you go, Turtleford, Porcupine Plain, Regina, it doesn't matter where you're from, there's probably Girl Guides, so if they come to your house this week, buy their cookies. It goes to a good cause. Thanks very much to you folks for coming in. If you guys are out there, you know, I was in drama in high school. I played the part of Tiny Tim in Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. I was the littlest guy in high school, and I was there with Tom Cratchit, is that his name? Anyway, I had 2 lines. I blew them both. I was supposed to say, thank you, and I said, thanks. And I was supposed to say, you know, the big line of the play, Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, the final line is, God bless us, everyone. Not me, I go, God bless us, everybody. Like the whole room sneezed at once. Anyway, as you can see, looks and talent don't matter in television. Any of us can get a job. That happens to be what I'm doing here. And here I am. Time now for our third gymnastics routine of the morning, more rhythmic gymnastics. This time these people are going to be using ribbons, I guess it is. Let's give them a welcome. Welcome back. Welcome back, Saskatchewan. Thank you very much for that wonderful display of rhythmic gymnastics. Time now to take another look at the Gowan contest. Give you folks the details one more time. We're going to show you a video. You have to name these 3 Gowan songs. Now, the winners, there'll be a winner from the Regina area and a winner from the Saskatoon area. And it's important that, just a second, we have to say this. It's important that you tell us whether you want to go to the concert in Regina or the concert in Saskatoon. Okay? Because we're going to have a winner from the Regina area to go to the Regina concert, a winner from the Saskatoon area to go to the Saskatoon concert. Give us your name, your address, the name of the 3 songs, and which city you would most like to see. We're going to be giving away 2 tickets to the concert, 2 Gowan sweatshirts. I'll tell you, don't do this with a mouthful of cookies. And some Gowan albums. Sorry about that downstairs. We'll now take a look at 3 Gowan videos. Name these 3 songs.
They look so radical. Hearing your words, they sound fanatical. Something inside reveals you're magical. Oh, how can I get enough? High fashion models, magazines, runways of ageless beauty queens. Everything for the girl next door. Manhattan style, Parisian look, lipstick and cheekbones by the book.
There is the address. Send it to the Switchback Gowan contest. Be sure to write Gowan on the outside of your envelope. Give me your name, your age, your phone number, your address, and whether you'd like to see Gowan in Regina or Saskatoon. And of course, you have to include the name of those 3 Gowan tunes. We'll draw for that next week on our Mother's Day show. I'm sure you're going to be delighted to know that, everybody. So there is our address. That's one of our contests this week. Of course, the other contest deals with sailing, bow, stern, port, and starboard. What in the heck do those terms mean? Now, I have the opportunity for May 22nd to be the honorary chairperson of the Run for Light. Now, this is a nighttime fun run, which is going to be happening in Regina, and it's a great idea. It starts about 8:30 in the evening, and people have an opportunity to run around Wascana Lake. Now, it's going to be at night, which means it's going to be a little bit dark. Now, the reason they're running at night is to give people a bit of an awareness of what it would be like to run when you can't see all that well, because all the proceeds from the Run for Light go to the Saskatchewan Blind Sports Association. Now, to make the run a little bit easier and a little more fun, they give us these light sticks. They're little things that come with the registration package when you register for the event. And as the sun begins to set here in the Switchback studios, I'll get out the light stick and show you people. It's this little thing. You snap it in half. Ooh, and it begins to glow green. Ooh, like a green ghost, and looks like that. Ooh, so with your $3 registration fee, ooh, you get to have one of these little glow stick units. Ooh, 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 they're all going, ooh, I can hear a couple of them going, ooh. Anyway, you take your glow stick, and of course that way when you run around the lake, you run with various other people around the lake, and all you see is these little green sticks going all around the lake like that, and the glow stick comes with it. There it is, the Run for Light. It takes place in Regina on May the 22nd, which is a Friday night. Now, you should get down to Wascana Park in front of the legislative buildings around 8:30 at night. The race will start sometime around 9 o'clock. As honorary chairman, I have the wonderful honor of being the official light stick breaker and give full instructions to everyone as to how to snap your thing. Yes, I too will attempt to run around the lake and raise some money and raise awareness for the Saskatchewan Blind Sports Association. So maybe some more information on that a little bit later on as well. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and then we'll be back with some more Switchback in, well, 2 minutes. 2 minutes? 2 minutes. 2 minutes, yeah.
Your dog will love Pal, a unique recipe with 5 kinds of meat in every can. Beef, chicken, heart, kidney, and liver. See the quality of Pal. Real chunks of meat in a rich, tasty jelly that dogs love. It's clear that dogs who love meat enjoy Pal. You can see this dog loves it. Feed your dog great-tasting Pal, made with 5 kinds of meat. Your dog will love it.
Hi, I'm Ernie Reyes Jr., and I'll be at the Canadian Open Taekwondo Championships in Regina, Saskatchewan, May 16th. Hope you'll be there, too.
Be sure to see Ernie Reyes Jr., star of TV Sidekicks, appearing in person with the champion West Coast performing team at the Regina Agrodome, Saturday, May 16th at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are $10 advance and $12.50 at the door. Available at the Regina Agrodome box office. Don't miss your chance to see Ernie Reyes Jr., star of Sidekicks, May 16th. Be there.
Baseball season is here, and it's time to get into the game with new uniforms from Clark's Sporting Goods in Moose Jaw. Clark's will outfit your entire team 2 weeks for in-stock and 6 weeks for custom uniform orders. We fit all sizes and will attend your meeting or field practice for measuring and competitive quotations. Clark's carries the complete line of 1987 Cooper baseball equipment, protective gear, and accessories. From cleats to caps, you'll get a home run deal from us.
Our promise is quality, value, and service at Clark's Sporting Goods. Come and see us.
Welcome back, Saskatchewan. Our gymnastics sailing dramatic Girl Guide Gowan special continues. We have a couple of winners to announce. Our famous faces have been identified. Well done, Saskatchewan. Our first famous face was this person. The face belongs to Nicole Sandoff, who lives in Regina, and the face was identified by Barb Megason, who also lives in Regina. So for you, Barb, we'll be sending a Switchback mug to you in the mail. Please allow 6 to 8 weeks for delivery. Canada Post. A friend in need is a friend indeed. And our second famous face belonged to this guy, Chris Jensen. Now, Chris lives down in Weyburn, and he was identified by Stacy Jensen, who also lives in Weyburn. And that's his sister? I thought, well, she should recognize him. I mean, they were identical twins at birth, which is, of course, when most identical twins happen at birth. Anyway. Are they just cousins? Anyway, we think they're related. We're not sure. So congratulations, Nicole and Chris. You both win Switchback mugs. We'll send those to you. Sorry, Barb and Stacy. Maybe we'll send all 4 of them mugs. I don't know. I'm totally out of control. But these people aren't. In fact, if they get out of control, we'll have a big problem. There is 1, 2, 3, a bunch of people, like 60. Is there 60? There's more than that. There's a whole bunch of people crammed in here. This is what they call a mass display. A great big crowd. We've crammed our studios with rhythmic gymnasts. Rhythmic gymnasts. I can't say that. There's little wee people in the front and less little people at the back. They're waving flags. They all wear black, but they're still good guys. Okay, so don't worry about that. And watch for some live coverage from our live gymnasticam in the ceiling. Here's the mass demonstration. Well done, ladies. Where are you guys from? Oh, I think most of them are from Regina. Well, I have cookies for you. Does anybody want a cookie? Maybe you can, well, don't, you know, if you want a couple. I have another box here. Maybe you guys can try for some of those. It's time now for the last video of the morning. It's Simply Red, and he's doing the right thing. Cookies are all gone. Hello, Saskatchewan. We're surrounded with a multitude of flag-waving maniacs, but it's helping keep it very cool here. Just a reminder about next week's program. Next week is Mother's Day, and my mother will be here and several other mothers. In fact, the mother of Rob Bryanton and the mother of Jack Semple and the mother of Tara Semple will all be here. Tara Semple herself is the mother. Those people performing some musical entertainment, so that should be a lot of fun. We're also going to have the Gowan contest winners on our show from this week's contest. Will be the winners, and we'll announce those winners next week. They can see the concerts in either Regina or Saskatoon. Don't forget the contest question. Name the bow, the stern, the port, and starboard parts of a boat. Write that down and give us the descriptions. Also next week we have the Bangles and Cyndi Lauper and Glass Tiger. It's going to be a lot of fun. We had fun. You can wave now as if they haven't already. We'll see you next week.
This is CBC Television.